This is Dan from Vagabond Awake, and we're in 𝗏𝗏 right now, Cheng and I are, and we met this gentleman, 𝐻𝐻 from Canada, and he's a hoot. We've had a great time with him. So we said, you belong on our channel, and here he is. Welcome to the channel, 𝐻𝐻.
Yeah. Nice to meet you guys.
So where the hell are you from?
Canada, and I moved to 𝗏𝗏 18 years ago.
18 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long period of time. And you're happy here?
Yeah. I'll tell you the story.
Yeah, tell me the story.
I came here in 1993.
Right.
And I've been traveling the world. I've lived in Thailand and Mexico and California.
That's 30 years ago.
34 years ago, yeah.
You can't, wow.
34
amazing.
years ago. I was living in 𝗏𝗏 Beach in Thailand.
All right.
Beautiful there too. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Love Thailand. Best food I've ever had in my life.
Right.
But I came back here in 2005 with a friend of mine.
Right.
And I realized after living here for 2 months that I could actually move to 𝗏𝗏 for the price it cost me to keep my vehicle on the road in Canada.
Wow.
So I went back to work after that time, and this resonated in my brain saying, why am I working? I had a real estate company, and or I could be on the beaches of 𝗏𝗏. And so I retired at 46 years old, moved to 𝗏𝗏, and I could live on 10% of what I was making in Canada and live 10 times better life. So I made the decision, and I've never looked back. It's been the best 18 years of my life.
Wow.
I have a beautiful son, he's 16 years old, a Filipino son. I raised here, and I absolutely love it here. And I've lost 25 kilos in the process by not just because you're always doing something here. You eat a lot less. You don't eat so much here. I mean, it's just so hot.
Yeah.
Today it's 34 degrees, but it's cheers.
Yeah.
And yeah. So that's kind of my story.
Yeah. So, and it's not your first rodeo because you were in Thailand. How long were you in Thailand?
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
So wow, add that up, you're 30 years.
I did some time in Bali. So
okay.
34 years in Asia.
So it's definitely not your first rodeo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so what do you think it is? What's that extra thing that 𝗏𝗏 has here that maybe you weren't seeing in Thailand? What was it? What made the difference for you? Was it the savings? You've talked about that. Was it something else too? Or
I think it was the culture more. Really, is the. I mean, Thailand, the most amazing food that I've. India, Thailand. I mean, it's a kind of a balance. I've been in India, and but I love the food there. But the people here are more friendly. For my day, they could speak English much better. Right, that was my thing.
Right.
And just the energy here with the people, and they seem more real.
Yeah.
For me.
Right. Right.
I mean, yeah. It's just it was really. I mean, I love Thailand too, but when I got here, it was like, this is home. And whenever I leave here, I travel. After about 12 days, I want to be back in 𝗏𝗏 on White Beach. I walk 10K every morning on my doctor's orders. Because I drink too much. Well,
if it keeps you alive, whatever the doctor says, right?
I've gone down about 27 kilos. Right.
Right.
And it feels good. And this island has an energy that I mean, you've met people here that, and you can see it just has that energy that people love, and it's a great place.
Yeah, we're really enjoying ourselves. Just so you guys know, 𝐻𝐻 is a connector. He's someone that knows everybody, and he has the history and the stories, and so he's fun to chat with. But as you're wandering about, everyone's saying hello, and he knows everybody, and it's fun because you meet people quickly. And so do you think that plays a role in your success? Probably not just in business, but in living overseas. The fact that you're one of these gregarious people, that a people lover, let's call it that. What do you think?
Well, I am a connector.
You are, yeah.
Everything goes through me.
Yeah.
Every morning I get a message. Should I do this and do that? I mean, that's always been my life.
Yeah.
That's what But I enjoy helping people. I was a motivational speaker for 10 years.
Right.
In Canada, just put on the top. Actually, the there's a lady named 𝗙𝗪𝗏, and she's out of Houston, Texas, and she taught everything to Phil McGraw.
Okay.
She taught him everything that he was on the Oprah show with.
Okay.
And she took me under her wing.
Dr. Phil, you
Yeah,
mean?
Dr. Phil, yeah.
Right.
And she took him under her wing, taught him everything, and then she took me under her wing because I had some alcohol and drug problems. And she cleaned it up. She made me who I am, and this is the reason why I'm retired 18 years ago on 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝐻, because she showed me my potential of what I can do.
Right.
And I did that, and it's amazing, and I give her all the credit in the world. She just passed on. She left some very beautiful messages for me before she passed on.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice. So you mentioned your doctor. Do you have a doctor here in 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝐻 that you're happy with,
Yes.
or do you go to Manila? What's the healthcare situation in your opinion here?
I have a doctor that's had a degree from the USA.
Okay.
And I trust him.
Okay.
This doctor, he's kept me alive.
Nice.
So
nice.
he's very good. He does little he actually draws me pictures of everything. I go in and it's great. And you can find that wherever you go, but you have to look for the doctor. Don't just go to any doctor. If I was coming here, my doctor says you'll never stop drinking, but if you walk every morning, you'll detox your body and your liver will be good.
Wow.
And that's what I do.
That's great.
So I can wake up every morning, 6:30. I'm out of the house and doing my walk, and I love it.
So what would you say cost of living wise here now? You talk, because you're a connector, you talk to so many people.
Yeah.
And I don't know, some people don't want to talk about money, some do. But what would you say is the range of money that expats that have moved here live on? What would you say the low and the high is of the people you've met?
The low is 1,000 US.
Okay.
And you can live on that. More out in the provinces. If you're not a person that needs expats around you all the time, and you meet a really nice Filipino girl, and there's plenty of them in the provinces. That's where you're going to meet the really nice, down-to-earth Filipino girls.
Yeah.
And you could have an incredible life. And 1,000, not incredible, but you can manage it, right?
Yeah.
And if you live on a place like 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝐻, you're looking at like $2,000 a month minimum.
Right.
And depends on your lifestyle. It's going to go up and down from there. It can go to 3,000. 3,000 should, you can live like a king if you manage it properly. And the big thing is, and you cook at home. You can go to the markets. The markets are cheap, and you can save a lot of money by not eating out.
Right.
You can go to the bars. Drinks are cheap, so I mean, that's not where you're going to spend your money. So I lived for 16 years on 2,000 Canadian a month.
Right.
Yeah. So and I lived good.
Good.
So basically, that's. I mean, the prices have now gone up around the world after the pandemic. Everywhere has gone up. So
Yeah.
the rents here, you can find them anywhere from like 15,000 pesos a month to whatever you want to go up to. It depends on your level of living.
Right.
But you can live here. I mean, it's still very cheap.
Yeah. So 15,000 pesos kind of a start point.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of people do you think that you find here in 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝐻 maybe that seem more typical, and then in other parts of the Philippines, what attracts people here versus other parts of the Philippines? If you would like to learn how I fired my boss and traveled the world for 16 years and how I pay for things, grab a free copy of my ebook. What attracts people here, would you say?
That's a good question. There's some energy lines that go through 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝐻. It's a very spiritual place. It attracts a lot of yogis, and they have a spiritual feeling behind them, right?
Yeah.
They're very interesting people, and I talked to this psychic once from England, and he said that I've talked to actually two psychics that they said that there's energy lines going through 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝐻, and if you understand this, but it draws people that have more of a open mind and more into this lifestyle.
Right,
you know,
right.
And whatever that lifestyle may be. But
Yeah.
so I've met thousands of them, right? And that's what it brings here. It's a really, as you, in your little short time here, you met them, right?
Yeah.
You guys have met some
Great people.
I remember that guy we met yesterday.
Oh yeah.
They were like.
He was from Belize. She was from Morocco, and
He was American, but.
American. Who lives in Belize now.
I met them in Niggy's, and it's like I meet. You know, one time I'm sitting there in Niggy's.
Niggy's is a bar here in town that has really good rock and roll.
That's the best. It's the best place to go at 8:30.
They're a great cover band.
So anyway, so I'm sitting there and I just chat with everybody because that's who I am. And
you're a connector.
I sat with this guy and I said, "So what do you do?" "Oh, I own Starbucks." I own Starbucks. You know, but he's sitting there just in
he owns a couple stores, or
no. He was the starter of Starbucks.
Oh, the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't name him, but I know who you mean.
And another time I'm sitting there, and who are you? I started Adidas. I mean,
Adidas.
It's like, I mean, but those are but no, you don't know who you.
Well, you're in 𝗏 right? This is one of the hottest spots in the world in terms of just beauty.
They come here just to meet people like myself and everybody else here because they don't. Where they are and where they live in the world, they can't have this experience.
Yeah,
it's an experience that they can't have. They're like, they have to have bodyguards or this and that and all that. And here they can just be free because the police here and the security is unbelievable. I've never had one problem here in 18 years.
Yeah,
you know, I don't worry about being mugged or nothing.
And you mean all hours of the night? You mean?
I mean, if you leave your phone on the table, it could be stolen, but that's just stupidity.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's just, or your purse or whatever it is. I mean, anywhere in the world that. But here, I don't even think about crime.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they shut the crime down here like 100%.
Yeah, and the other thing is kind of amazing about this place is that a lot of the island has white sand beaches around it. It's not just the one strip, and so whereas in the Philippines, they're not everywhere. The white sand beaches are. They're often not in the city. You have to get on a ferry. You got to travel on a scooter. But there's just a lot of white sand beaches and maybe that's why it's become so famous over the years.
The thing is, like, White Beach used to be the beach.
Yeah.
And early in the morning is beautiful.
Yeah.
Whether you got Puka Beach, you got Dennywood Beach,
yeah.
you got 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐺𝐻 Beach,
yeah.
and you got the beach that we're right now.
Right.
And for right now, this is my favorite area.
Yeah.
Back Beach.
Boulevard, yeah.
Boulevard, Leventon Bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
of course.
So I mean, basically, this is where a lot of the expats, as you realize, hang out here, right?
Yeah, he's not even the longest expat. We met expats over there 22 years, 25 years, 18. It's like a lot of expats come here and they just never leave.
It's because, I mean, look at this. I mean, it's so peaceful afternoon.
It's crazy.
It's like 99.9% of people in the world will never get this experience that we're having right now.
It's true.
I mean, that's stats. I mean, it's like
and the food choices here. I mean, compared to other parts of the Philippines, there's like different international foods and
you can get just about any food on this island that you want. If you don't want to cook and you got some money, you can get whatever you want here. I mean, I mean, even here in Leventon. It's great food, and
it's a great place.
Actually, really good prices here.
Yeah,
the Back Beach is
a place to be.
But because most of the tourists actually never know this is.
I mean, you can sit here all day and you don't see many tourists walk by. It's just locals.
It's because the only reason actually some of them know it now is because I started the 𝗏𝗏 4 years ago.
Right.
And that now is a huge group. And if you ever come to Boracay, come on a Sunday at 1 o'clock, and you will meet the coolest people that you will ever meet in the world.
That's true.
From Boracay. I mean,
the stories you'll hear just sitting here chatting with people is amazing. And there's nothing wrong with the tourist side. I mean, it's just gorgeous beaches and restaurants and But if you want more of a laid back feeling, this is much more intimate here. I mean, it's and it's nice to have both worlds.
And, cost wise, it's a lot cheaper on this side.
Yeah, the food is, and the bars and stuff.
Everything, yeah. It's just like, and
yeah.
It's just that's. I mean, I love '90s at night. I mean, the band is amazing.
Yeah, they're on the other side.
But that's 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And you go there, and you know, we hooked up a couple nights ago, and we had a good time.
Yeah, it's
I remember about it.
Yeah, it was. It was the band was playing like Led Zeppelin and Aerosmith, and they're amazing. Deep Purple, all of it.
Prince and everything is like,
and they're knocking every song out of the park.
You know the lead singer there, he came number 2 in Asia Has Talent.
Wow.
Yes. So
wow.
he can change his voice.
Yeah.
As you probably heard.
Yeah.
And Pearl, the singer there, whips her hair all the time.
Yeah,
She's pretty good too. I mean.
Yeah, they're both quite good. Yeah.
Like,
they're. So, what do you think? Are you going to go the distance here now? Or are you going to check out more places, or that's it for you, 𝗏𝗏 for life?
I'm planning on a trip to Vietnam because I've never been there.
Okay.
I doubt very much that I ever move there. I mean, I just like to, you know, I'm so close. It's only 2 or 3 hours trip.
And you're a traveler. You've been to like 20 countries or something.
21.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's good to get out sometimes and just see new places. And like you said, 18 days. You're ready to come home. I think.
12 days.
12 days. You're ready to come back to 𝗏𝗏.
But I mean, it has a magical feeling here for me. It's just like I can't. When I'm away from it, it's like the magnet just draws me back here, right?
Yeah.
And so, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How has your experience been here?
We feel like we're on vacation here. Like our life kind of is a vacation. Let's face it. I mean,
How many countries you been to?
67. And Chung's been with me now for 6 years. We've been together 7, but and so a lot of.
You're talking about. You might as well be in here a little bit.
Yeah, but we feel like we're on vacation here. It's like a vacation from our vacation.
I just happened to sit beside them when they're eating a pizza at the bar.
Oh yeah.
And we started the greatest conversation that carried on with me and then for my friend Gump for a few hours. And that's what happens here.
It's been happening 3 days. We've been chatting now.
so that's what happens here.
Yeah, it's magic.
You know, and that's the whole thing about this place. Is instead of living in a little apartment in the U.S. or Canada or Australia or Germany, they can have this.
They can have this. Yeah.
Thank you for the interview.
Hey, if you liked our video, please like, comment, or subscribe. Any of that would help our business. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Click the link in the notes below this video to get a copy of this content. Plus, grab a free copy of my ebook, How I Fired My Boss and Traveled the World for 13 Years. While you're there, check out our catalog of retired cheap reports all over the world and our hobby income course that we just released. Thanks so much.